I love it. Hey guys, we're live here on Instagram, and Tracy from Tracy's Wine Jellies is going to be joining us very shortly. She's just going on her phone now to see us live. I've got hairs standing up in the air today. Yeah. So you're going to see Glam Jewels is live on Instagram, and then you just press the little button, request to join. This is so cool. There, so if you press, there we go. I see Tracy's Wine Jellies. She's going to be joining us any moment now. Here we go. She just sent us a request. I'm pressing this. Go. We should see her beautiful face any minute now. Waiting for Tracy. Here she is. There's Vito. I got to see Vito there. You're not Tracy.
No, I'm the tech guy in the background here.
You're the tech guy. I'm going to turn off the StreamYard now, so tell Tracy I'm going to say goodbye on StreamYard.
Okay.
Bye.
Here we go. And now we can do 100% Instagram.
Okay.
There you are.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yep.
Perfect. We're learning new things, Tracy.
Okay, so I guess I can move now.
You can move around if you like.
Okay.
The internet connection.
Here in the living room, right here.
Okay.
How's that?
You're going to get comfy. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So I loved, we just finished our interview on Facebook Live for anybody who is watching right now on Instagram, and I'm going to be uploading that video here to Instagram so you can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But Tracy and I, we were having an interesting discussion about working 9 to 5. Did you actually do that at one point in your life?
I think I can count how many times. Maybe 3 times. Because it just would make me shake. I'm just not a 9 to 5 girl. If I want to be working at 2 o'clock in the morning, or if I want to be doing something in my pajamas in the morning, some labeling or something in the kitchen, I don't want to have to be on a 9 to 5 schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's interesting. You got to tell the folks what you told me about this entrepreneurial spirit of yours, what you would tell your 9 to 5 people.
Oh, with my 9 to 5, oh my. When I did go to do interior design, I remember they were going to offer me a certain wage, and I said, how be I don't make any wage and I just make a percentage of whatever it is I sell? And they were just like, really? And I said, no, really. I said, because if I do well, you do well. So this would motivate me to sell more and to do more. So that's exactly what I did. And it's funny because there's other girls in the shop, interior designers in the shop, and they said, wow, that's pretty risky. Like, what if you don't make any money? And I said, well, maybe I won't make any money sometimes, but yeah, most of the time I'm going to make a lot of money. And they're like, oh, okay. I don't think they realized. But anyway, I believed in myself. I believed in my abilities. And I thought, that is my value. What I can sell is my value. And so, interestingly enough, they came back to me. I got my first paycheck, and it was okay. It was probably fairly comparable to what they were making. And then all of a sudden I just took off, and my paychecks were much larger than their paychecks. And they were just like, wait a minute. And I said, yeah, wait a minute. Why should you not be paid what you're worth? So anyway, long story short, they all got on the same pay scale as I did.
Wow.
We all switched over. And it was for the owner of the shop too, because they were making more money because we were selling more. We were more motivated. You need to motivate people.
Yeah, that's so amazing, Tracy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. I worked 9 to 5 for 18 years. And even though I've been doing my business now for 12 years full time, um, I still kind of go back. It's almost like it's ingrained in me because I started when I was 18 years old.
Right.
This whole thing of like, I got to be at my desk by like 10 o'clock and I must work until 6. And you know, and then I'll work beyond that too, of course, because that's what we do when we have
Yeah.
our own business. But it's funny how mentally it's taken me some time to like forgive myself for, well, today I actually do need to sleep in because I've done too many late nights in a row,
Exactly.
and wake up at 10:30 on a Wednesday and not feel guilty about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know our bodies best. We know
Mm-hmm.
how we work best. We know in what conditions we work best. Even
Yeah.
with depending on the weather outside, we work different ways. So yeah, and to me, the biggest luxury is, like I said, time. And if
Yeah.
you can go on a beautiful afternoon in the middle of the day and take your dog for a walk just because you want to and you want to enjoy the nice sunshine, how cool is that? Like there's nothing
Yeah.
that can buy that. There's nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it really I'm thinking for folks now that are working from home because of COVID who were used to being in an office all the time that now can do, like you said, like, if you live in Niagara, like go for a little walk through the vineyard with your dog on your lunch break or whatever.
Yeah.
People are realizing more and more how much of life they're missing out on because perhaps before they were commuting back and forth to Toronto,
Right.
they were having like boardroom meetings over lunch or whatever.
Yes.
It's really important as human beings that we are surrounded by nature and we're not getting up in the dark to go to work to come home in the dark.
Absolutely. And that's my zen. Nature is my zen. So going outside,
Yeah.
my horse, being at the barn. Again, the smells of a barn, like that reminds me of when I was a little girl, and they're also great, like this fresh hay that comes in, like everything. It just, the smell of leather, like all of those things are reminders of all the great times I had when I was a kid. And
Right.
continue to enjoy those experiences. So yeah, you're never too old to do whatever you want to do, really. You
Yeah.
do it to the ability you can do it at the time and enjoy yourself and have a
Yeah.
good laugh. You have to laugh
Oh,
often.
for sure. And I love what you're saying about the smells of all these things because really it's intoxicating.
It is. Yeah,
Like and it just takes you right back. These,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's funny, even the smell of like pumping gasoline, like the smell of gasoline. I remember because on the way to the farm, my grandpa always stopped at his gas station, and he would talk to the guys, and he'd get his gasoline, and I remember the smell of the gasoline, and like just in the background, of course, but just that it's funny, like the
Yeah.
it brings back. And then he'd there was those old Coke machines with those little bottles of Coke, like
Yeah.
the little glass bottles. And
Mm-hmm.
it was a nickel to get a Coke. And you put your thing in the machine, and this pop came out, and it was cold, and it was delicious. And it was just,
Oh,
oh, things like that you just love, right?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's so amazing. Yeah, I've always been into reflecting on my childhood, but now with COVID especially, there's so many things that I'm doing. I joined like an online roller skating course, so I'm practicing roller skating in the back of my studio.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so cool.
I know there's so much and even like when we go up north to the family cottage, that smell in the spring, like the first time we get back up there and you
Yeah.
open the car door,
Yes.
I'm 6 years old again. Like it's the
Absolutely.
best smell.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is funny. But see, those are all your senses. Those are the things I think you forget about when you're going to work. Like you're just in that kind of that mainstream. we have like just having the time to, like they say, to stop and smell the roses. They're not kidding. It's true.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
right.
true. Like fresh cut grass. I love cutting the grass. I love
Oh,
cutting the grass because I love that smell of fresh cut grass. Like it just,
yeah.
again, it reminds me of, I don't know, it just maybe being at the farm or I don't know, but it always feels good to me, smells good to me.
Yeah, me too. Fresh cut grass, it always reminds me of now it's time to ride my bike.
Well, yes,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I can get out and yeah. And
Enjoy.
even that, like bike riding, it was so great all summer. Everyone was sold out of bikes because that's what people were doing. And really, when you think about it, like riding a bike for a kid, that's your first taste of freedom. That's the first time you can like
Yes,
wheel away from your mom and dad and
away from the house. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's funny. My brother sent me posted this thing on Facebook the other day, speaking about bicycles and kids, and that was our freedom, was having our bicycle. And they
Hmm.
said, and he had a picture of somebody's front grass, and there's about 6 bicycles kind of tipped over on their side, and they said, "This is how we knew where the kids were in the old days, right? Your bicycle
Yeah,
on somebody's front grass." Doesn't matter if you were
totally.
in the house or you were in the backyard playing baseball or you were doing something, but that's how you
Yeah.
knew where everybody
Oh
was.
yeah. It's so great. We had the other day, Tracy, a good friend of mine, she turned 50. She was like the last one in our group kind of
Yeah,
thing to turn 50.
yeah.
And so another friend and I decided to walk over to her house the night of her birthday. We lit sparklers. We put on some Cool in the Gang, and we both remembered a dance that we were taught in grade 6 by our teacher. His name was Mr. Alexiou, and he taught us how, he goes, today we're going to learn how to disco dance. I'm going to teach you guys the bus stop.
Oh no.
So we did the bus stop for our friend, and she was like, I can't believe you guys remember this. And it was so great.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Well, those are the things, like I said, and it made you laugh. It made her laugh.
Yeah.
Like I said, in everything that's going on today, that's what we all need to do and do it often is
Yeah, for
laugh. It
sure.
gets you through a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah, laughter does. And it's amazing how, in a time of crisis, when you look at the people who you are surrounded by, like for me, it's a lot of these old friends who they've always been there, but everyone's too busy. We're working, we see each other once a year.
Yeah,
But since COVID, it's like they're like angels. Like they're always, every time I turn my head, one's calling, one's emailing, one's Zooming, it's so nice.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it's all about. Yeah, just keep in touch with people and be close with your family. And I don't know. I think that, and I feel for so many people that have been, really affected by all of this. I guess we've all been affected in different ways for sure.
Hmm.
And but again, it's like it's life, right? Like it's another test. It's something that we have to press on. We have to get through it.
Yeah.
We have to get to the other side of it, and we're going to do that as gracefully as we can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I have to share one more thing with you about One of a Kind. So every year I do the One of a Kind show
Yeah.
and I get the bad hip,
Oh,
'cause we're
that hip. It comes to play every year.
One of a Kind and bad hip come together. So I swear to you, Tracy, like we would have started the show, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Thursday? On that exact day, I got the bad hip for no reason.
No.
Yeah, and I've been hobbling around. It's still bugging me now. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's like my body remembers and it's
Oh, it
saying, why
remembers.
aren't you at the
Oh,
show? And
oh yeah.
let's make it worse this time.
It's funny, yeah, it's funny you say that. I've got on my right side, it's always when I'm driving, and if I drive for any length of time, I get this like pinch sciatic.
Yeah,
Like, but that another good reason to stretch and do your exercises and stuff
right.
because now we have the time to do it, and that's another thing that I've been trying to do and trying to keep up with, just so that my body can move.
Yeah, it's all about the mobility.
Right.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tracy, this was so much fun today.
You, honey. It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to share you with the world.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you take
You,
care. You have a wonderful holiday season. Make the best of
you
it, as we all are going to try and do. And
yeah.
yeah, so here's to 2021.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
hope
do
for the
it.
best. All right.
We will. Okay.
Take care.
Love you, Trace.
Bye.
Thank
Love you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to Tracy from Tracy's Wine Jelly. She's amazing. I will be sure to get her interview up here on IGTV later today. Thank you guys for watching, taking time from your busy schedule. It means so much to me. You have no idea. You're all so awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.